Alright, we're coming back at you again with another video. We got a new box just came in about 3 days ago, and figured I'd go ahead and open that up. And while we're at it, we might as well go ahead and do a review of whatever the heck's inside this thing. So let's check it out. Bam! We got a box, baby. If I was a betting man, I would say this is a quarter scale. Oh, let me spin it around this way. This is the top. So let's go ahead and hit it with the buck, baby. Bam! Buck time. All right. Yeah. That buck away. Let me step up here. Uh-oh. We got the new Ami card. I don't think I got this card. Yeah, I don't think I got that one. I'll have to check. And it looked like I slid it with the knife. Jesus. It got knifed, so it ain't no good. Alright. Let me put this down here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Got some paper. Oh, it's a quarter scale. You can always tell by the size of the box. Bam! Throw that box away. Okay, we got that quarter scale Taiga in her tagger. This is the second version. We're gonna go ahead and open this one up. Yeah. Now, I know absolutely zip about this character. And to be honest with you, I wasn't even going to order it when it was just a bunny. Didn't know nothing about the character, didn't care about it. And but when I seen the Tiger version came out, I really liked it a lot, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I got it. So yeah, let's go ahead and crack this bad boy up and see what we got. Now, there's been some complaints, a little bit of complaints, QC issues with this. I don't know where mine's going to stand. I think it was like the hair. What else was there? I think it was like something like where the hair was starting to split or break or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'll open this bad rascal up. All right. Okay. And that leaves us with that. The inside of the box, for those who care. Oops, wait a minute. Well, I'm still messing up. Alright, that's the inside of the box. Alright. Alright, now we're left with the clamshell here. So let's let me do the flip. Bam! And is this thing? I think there is tape here. Yeah, right there. Alright, and like that. Okay. Damn. Man, that didn't act like it wanted to come off. Alright, let's set this down just for a second, because the base came free. Alright, we're going to take a second to measure that base right now. Alright, we have a ye old base, just plain black, metal peg, a couple little plastic pegs, and a clear wedge riser thing. Alright, we got 4 3/4 of an inch and about 3/16 of an inch thick, just under a quarter. So there you go, 4 3/4. 4 3/4, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's pull her out. Now, we have another plastic wedge. And what else do we have in this? Well, I hope it's got frickin' ears, because mine ain't got ears. I don't know, making me nervous. She's got her. Oh. I was nervous. I was thinking, wait a minute. I see the spot where it's supposed to be ears. But better be some damn ears on her head. Because I ain't got none. Alright. I panicked for no reason. Alright, let's take all this stuff off. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't see any splitting where one person said that they saw a split in her hair. At least, not that I can tell. I mean, put on some better lighting, maybe I'll notice it if it is there. And yes, her stockings probably, her fishnets probably aren't as dark as you would seen in the promo pics, but I think that has a lot to do with the tightness of the fishnet, where the weave was a tighter weave, which gave it a darker appearance. But I think it still looks good. You know, is it exactly like the promo? No, not at all. Other than that, it looks good to me. I don't see any mess up with the paint, bleeding over or anything. Little teeny touch here. This one tagger stripe doesn't quite meet. But are you going to notice that once you stick it in your shelf? Probably not. I'm up here looking at it, you know, nitpicking. So I mean, don't, you know, take some of that stuff with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Yeah. Other than that, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I like the expression. A little blush on her cheeks. Looks like a little, and I mean little speck of black in the paint up here on her barrette, whatever comes across. Again, when you stick this in the cabinet and you're standing from, you know, a couple feet away, are you going to see it? Nah, I doubt it. I'm up here looking at it like this, you know what I mean? So, you know, these are finite little, and maybe I shouldn't be doing that because maybe I'm giving this thing a bad rap. You know, but down here, like, super inspecting it, you know what I mean? But other than that, it looks good, man. I like it. I ain't got no complaints from what I can quickly see here with my eye. So let's go ahead and drop this on the on her base. I wonder why they did it that way. So they go like that. Ugh, okay, hold on. Alright. Takes a little wiggling. Alright. Yeah, there she is. Bam! Okay. Pretty stable for such a small little base, which is kind of nice. So you know, she don't as far as your base, you don't have a big monster base. It ain't taking up a lot of space. So the nice little small base, even though it's just a plain black, can't complain. Let's catch a measurement while we got her. Okay, with the base included, which is 3/16 of an inch thick, bear that in mind. We are I'm gonna go 13 5/8 tall. Actually, I think this ear looks like it may be a little taller. We'll go 13 3/4. It oddly enough seems like this right ear is actually just a tick taller. So we're going to go with 13 3/4. Space front to back that she's going to eat up. I'm going to go, let's see, from the, yeah, that kind of actually, yeah, that tail is out past the base. Yeah, I'm going to go probably 6 3/4 inches from front to back. That's from this hand tip out to the tip of this tail. And left to right, I'm going to say the farthest point being this tail and her hair, 8 inches. So 8 inches from left to right. What are we saying again? Good God. 6 3/4 from tip to tip here. And 13 3/4 inches tall. And that'll be the space that you need to display her. Yeah, she's got some nice mild shading on her skin tones. And I know the hair, I believe, is lighter, if my memory serves me correct, than the original. And I don't mind that. It doesn't bother me. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight when it comes to you know, this character. I bought it simply because I like the way this looks. And had they not produced this version, I wouldn't have a Taiga. You know, I didn't really care for the bunny one. Didn't really do much for me. But when I seen this facial expression with this tiger bunny suit, I don't know what would you call it, a tiger suit. Yeah, I really liked it, and I was like, yeah, I gotta have this one. This one's cool. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one. I like this one. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and throw this thing on the 360 spin under some better lighting, see what we think of her, and we'll be right back. Okay, let's do that 360 spin. Yeah, maybe one of these days I'll get one that actually is an automated spinner. Alright, let's go in for that portrait. Okay, about as close as I'm going to try to get. I'm not going to freak out my camera's focusing. Again, like this expression, like the open mouth, like that you can, they use 2 different colors for the lining of the mouth, and the tongue is much lighter, and of course you can see both upper and lower teeth. Nice brown eyes, the eyebrows nice color on the eyebrows that, looks good with the hair. Has some nice blush. Just a simple little nose. Yeah. But other than that, looks really good. Alright, let's take a look at those ears. I like the coloring of that. And I like how they got almost like three, well, really four when you get to the back. So you got the three tones here, the yellow, this kind of brownish color, the black, and like the little like fur that they would otherwise have on the inside. Let's go up a little higher. Okay, and then you see you have your little spot difference there. And let me spin her around. Let's see if you can see that little speck I was talking about. I don't know if you can see that little speck I was referring to earlier. Alright, let's take a look at that hair. I like the little bit of separation here. Here you can see where they actually put it together. It's a little bit of a gap, not too hateful, but when you consider that's where the hairband would be anyway, or beret, or whatever the hell you want to call that damn thing. Alright, and instead of this, a lot of lines here, you know what I mean? This is not, boring or anything like that. There's a lot of different shape to the hair. It does have a color going down to like a red. As you can see, a lot of tones in here. How you got this lighter sandy blonde into like some reds here. A little bit of a red hue to it. So I like that. There's her hair is lighter from my understanding than the original, and maybe that's for a good reason, the darker hair might not have looked as good with this outfit, and they chose to do that. I'm not hating on it. Some people don't. I think that was one of the complaints somebody had, is that they didn't like that the hair color had changed. They felt like it was more washed out. I don't know that I would call it washed out, because there's definitely tones here. I can see almost 3 tones in this hair. Some highlights, your base sandy brown blonde, and almost into some reds. Alright, let's talk a little bit about her skin tones and outfit. Okay, I like the little bow she's got. There's a couple little tone differences in that. A little bit of an orange. These gloves are real nice. They got, and I like that they're black. You got this whole black and a yellow thing going on, and you got like little lacy kind of half circle cutouts all the way around it. Looks really cool. And your slight tones through here, through the elbow, through here, has shading values, shaded values in here in her skin, and it's a nice skin tone. It's a light skin tone, but it is nice. It's not washed out in my opinion. Alright, and I do like her bright yellow, almost school bus yellow really, when you start seeing some of the darker, because there are shaded values in here that almost have that darker, and you can see it up here in the bow tie a lot too, darker like through the belly. It's almost like a school bus yellow. And of course I always like how they show where this thing in real life would be stitched together. These different lines through here, and line down through the belly button. I do appreciate the anatomy. You can see the underbelly of her her stomach here. So they did take time with the sculpt. The back looks real good. A little bit of fan service there for you. I do like the tail. Now, what I like about that is it has multiple colors. Now, I get that they're trying to make it kind of look like fur. It's maybe a little tough when you got a solid chunk of plastic, But I like how they have a lighter, almost white underbelly here. Yeah. Okay, and as always, these quarter scales come with the fabric style fishnets. They give you that nice line up the back of the stocking. That looks good as normal. Do like that. There are shaded values. As you can see, even through the tights, you can see this thing's not just plain there. They actually shaded the legs and stuff before they actually put the fishnets on. I will say, let's come down here to these shoes. I'll show you one other little nitpick. Let me go the other way. One other little nitpick. These rings around her ankles they're not solid. There's a break there. I don't know if that is showing. See the break in the back of that ring? I would say that's another little nitpick knock I would put on it. But other than that, I like the pumps look good. They are got different tones in it. They're nice and shiny like her suit. Gives it that patent leather look about them. So they look real good. And her feet, this is something I always find with some of the bunnies, that their feet look too big. On this one, the feet look right scale for the character. So if you ever go back and you start really looking at these bunny figures, start noticing how big their damn feet are for their body. It's crazy. Okay, and then of course your simple base. And let's back that up. See what I'm saying? How her feet look right for her body height and everything. Because I could show you some bunnies I got where the feet look freaking huge. So I would give a plus to the foot size of this quarter scale. The foot size looks correct, so I do like that. And of course, love the little bang thing. I know I missed this in the hair detail. Love these little bangs through here and the way they come down. But a lot of the bunnies will do that. I love how they kind of do that with them. Alright, so my overall final thoughts. I think it's a really good figure. I mean, there have been some knocks that people have given about this particular figure. I have a few myself, and to be fair, some of them are pretty minute. You just got to bear in mind this stuff is mass produced, and you're not buying expensive porcelain pieces and stuff. I mean, this is all PVC and stuff like that. And I get it, they are pretty expensive, being that they are made of PVC, and you definitely want the highest quality as possible with very few flaws. But you're going to have some flaws. It's a mass-produced piece, but I still think it's a really good figure. It's going to be a great add in my collection. I love this black and orange theme, and I think they did a really good job. I actually like this much better than the bunny. Because if they had never come out with this Tiger version, I would have not even had this character. And the only reason I have it is because it's a tiger. And it just, the facial expressions, her name, Taiga, you know, it just, to me, it's a must. You know, it's a must. So, yeah, this is a great figure. Not sorry I bought it. It's going to look great in the collection. And if you're thinking about getting it yourself, you might want to go ahead and pop and get it, because if you miss out on the black tights, you know, if you don't get these fishnets, it's going to kill the whole look of this one. Some of these bunnies you can get away with a bare leg. There are a few that you can get away with a bare leg and it looks decent. This one, no way. With this whole black and yellow theme, if this comes out as a bare leg, it will not give you the same effect. It's got to have those black fishnets. So if you think you want it, better get it while you got the fishnets on it. Alright, well, that'll put a wrap on the 360 spin and this video. The quarter scale by Fring. This is the Taiga. This is her second version. This is obviously the Tiger version of that. If you like what you saw, hey man, smash that like button. Perhaps you may want to subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one. Later!